Oh my goodness, it's such a beautiful day here and it is time to move and groove. We're going to do a quick movement practice. I'm not going to tell you how long because I don't know. But this one's meant to be an energizing flow. There's going to be a lot of movement, a lot of deep fascial stretching, but it's just going to keep moving through. Now, I'm not saying you have to have high energy to do this, but it will bring your energy up. That is the goal of this session. So, I'm going to grab a little agua. Start going into a place of gratitude. It's so good to be able to move and to realize that your body can continually open up, free up. We are not held, we're not bound, we're not stuck. So, here we go. Let's just let those joints go. This is a nice way to start the day right here, just letting everything go. Moving the face. This is a standing chi balancer. My wrists are going. I'm letting the hands flop. Moving the face. I love the sound of that wind. The energy coming through the trees. Good. Let's go ahead and go right into windmill. And I'm going to let those hands flop. So I started kind of slow-mo, matrix style. And now I'm just going pell-mell. Bringing it back. And reach for the sky. Weights in the heels, lengthening through the spine, rolling the wrist and fingers. And here we go. We're going to come down and around. Stretch those fingers for the sky. Push the head for the ground. We're going to come into a seated position, squeezing the elbows into the knees. Press out. Squeeze in. Press out. Bringing the head back. Squeeze in, press out. I'm going to call this one origami. It makes a nice shape, this one. Squeeze in, press out, bring the head back, bringing the arms out, slowly moving them up, and come into mushroom. So for mushroom, we're going to just be making the torso parallel with the ground. And let's go ahead and do some swimmers. Hips are coming forwards and back. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and roll right on up. Let's go right into, squeeze the shoulders up into the ears, moving the legs in jumbo jiggy. And now move the shoulders from side to side and jumbo jiggy the legs. This is a weeble wobble. Let the glutes go on this one. Let's go full on jumbo jiggy. Relaxing the shoulders, move the neck around. Let's go right into horse flips. And here we go. We're going to crisscross, hip hop. Good. And just take your right leg and roll it. Try to make it a little bigger each time. Lifting. Take it the other direction. It's a little harder that way. At least for me. I mean, who knows what your body's feeling. Okay, other side. Opening up that hip. Working on the balance on that other leg. If you need to have some balance, have a chair or a bar, something handy, a tree, whatever you need. I'm not making as much of a circle with this side. Just opening up that hip. Good. All right, we're going to go right into belt kicks. Although it's not really a kick, it's an extension. So lift the knee, coming down. And lengthen through that leg. Push long and strong through the hip to make the leg as long as you can. This is control. Good. And let's go right into moving mantis. Knees are together. Actually, this is mantis. We're going to stretch this over the other side. Sometimes I don't do the best English expressions or explanations. My brain's still waking up today. All right, let's sit deep. Find that balance point and sink. Try to do it without falling. All right, sinking a little deeper. Now I'm gonna twist or spiral the hands. From a big spiral to a small spiral, sitting deep again. And we're gonna pulse in this. This is gonna take some skill. I'm having trouble just standing in it. So what we're gonna do is sit the hips down and come back up. Oh, it's a hard one. 4, 3, 2, 1, good. Oh. All right, we're gonna have to revisit that one. Okay, other side. Breathing, exhale, sit deep, sink, and let the knee open down. We're stretching that piriformis, a deep, deep glute muscle that runs from the sacrum across into the head of the femur. Usually this muscle gets very tight from sitting. Let's spiral the hands. And now a little bit of a pulse. We're pushing down. Hips are driving down, holding that balance without touching the ground. If you need to hold on to something for balance, that's fine. And release. Oh. All right, jumbo jiggy again. Moving that head around, moving the shoulders. Now shake out the shoulders, horse lips. Good. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and drop chin to chest, nice big neck bowl. Bring it around the other direction. Oh. Oh. Press the head to the right, drop the shoulder. We're going to micro roll as we rake through the front of the pectoral into the shoulder girdle. Micro roll back, dropping that shoulder, press the head. Keep turning, roll the wrist and fingers. Good, and let's go ahead and love in on that trapezius. We're gonna knead that dough. Oh, good. Let's go ahead and do the wave. We're gonna switch into the other side. I'm getting that whole body engaged, even the lower back, even the core. See, I could just do the wave, see my arms? What happens when I get my whole body and all of a sudden I'm dancing? That's the difference. When you watch a dancer, their core is gonna be informing every single move that they make. Maybe someday I will be a dancer. Maybe someday you will be too if you're not already. Press the head, drop the shoulder. It's all about practice. What do you practice? What are you aware of? What is your knowledge? Let's go ahead and micro roll forwards and micro roll back. There's two kinds of knowledge. There's two Hebrew words for the word knowledge that we get in English. Rolling the wrist and fingers. One of them is that knowledge. It's information. It's knowing stuff. And that's generally what we think of as knowledge. The other one that I really love is intimacy. Deep, deep, deep connection. Deep knowing. Being held and seen and loved exactly for who you are. Oh, let's roll the head. Hopefully you can hear me over the mower here. We're going to roll backwards with our windmill. And I want you to shoot those hips back. And we're going to go right into shake and bake. Shoot those arms for the sky, squeezing the glutes, lengthening through that core. Take a deep breath. And exhaling, we're coming back. Oh. And reach for the sky. Good. And we're going to bring the right arm up. We didn't already do this. This is when I need people in class to help me keep me straight here. Deep breath. Exhaling, we're going to cascade on over. Oh yeah, we didn't do this yet. Oh, feels so good. So come as far as you can. I'm going to start the pulse from the side body. And bringing it down and around. let's go bow and arrow. So we got one hand coming forwards with spread fingers, the other one's pulling back with a fist. And get those hips moving, twisting. Take it a little further at the end of each twist. Good, now over to the other side. Good, and now we're just gonna do some like breaststroke. I'm coming up, working those hips, sinking them as deep down as I can. The movement's making me get a little more stretch, deeper into the move. Good, hands together and squeeze, turn on that pelvic floor, and a little bit of a push down. It's a pile driver through that pubic bone, pushing down into the ground. And move the face. Bringing the head back and press up. Woo! Into the sky. All right, jumbo jiggy. And we're gonna go right into, this is how we started, but we're gonna alkalinize the breath here. Breathing in, breathing out, here we go. Good, and roll those hips. Taking it around the other direction. Good, and here we go. Left arm coming up. And deep breath in. Cascading on over. Say hello to the lawnmower, guys. And we're pulsing. I need one of those for my yard. My goodness. Haven't done it in 10 minutes. Oh, we're pulsing. And bring it down around. As you bring it around, I want you to just reach and stretch and bring it over. Good. All right. We're going to do a little bit of a crawl. I'm going to come right here. So, right hand, left foot. So we're opposite, and then back it up. And now we're going to crawl with a crisscross. So we're going to cross, 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 cross. I've never done this backwards before, so bear with me as I figure that out. So it's going to come back behind, 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 behind. It's like doing the Bobby Brown, for those of you who are my age. And right here, let's just go right into the stretch. I've got my right leg in front of the left. I'm gonna push forwards and back. And I wanna bring those arms out so I can go into a full-on plank. And walk those hands back. Oh. And let's see if we can sit down into it and walk back around. We're just playing with movement right now. Okay, good. And I've never been in this position before, but it's worth trying. Feels a little stuck. How can I introduce movement into it? I can come back and forth, pushing the hips. Oh. And now I gotta walk those hands back, come forwards, bending, walk the hands out. And now I'm gonna go back into my walk. And now I'm gonna bring it back behind the other direction. So I'm gonna want my left leg, I'm gonna want my right leg in front this time. So here we go, I've got it. I'm pushing back and forwards. Really lengthening through, finding the length in these moves. gonna walk the hands back and have a seat. I'm gonna walk further back and press up. Oh, kind of handicapped crab walk here. All right, and lifting and back. Oh. This is about really opening up those kinetic chains, opening up the body. Good, and we're gonna come down. I'm gonna bring this further down so we can get the mat in the camera. You guys are doing great. And we're gonna do some low plank work and high plank work. Just hang with me. First, I want you to rock forwards and back on those toes. See how the head's moving with the toes. As I come to the tiptoes, I'm lifting the head. As I push back, turn the chest. With those, I want you to just hold right here and pulse into those calves. And now invert the toes, push the heels out, push back into the calves. We're going to come up onto the hands, low, and push back. So we're working those arms at the same time. Good, push the hands out. Come up onto the side of the ball of the foot and continue to push forwards and back. Feel the whole back side of the body turning on. Squeeze those glutes. Knees down. Child's pose. Bringing that forehead to the mat. Roll the I feel like I might get run over on this next pass. We'll see what happens. All right. Hopefully you'll be kind to me. All right, take a deep breath. Lift the head. Exhaling, curl the tailbone under. Oh. Deep breath. Twisting the head, keep holding the breath. Exhaling, curl. And let's just move through. Child's pose. Cobra. Child's pose. Cobra, lift the head. Move the face. We're gonna undulate the spine by moving, shifting weight from side to side. Good, and here we go. We're gonna come back up into plank. Plunk yourself into plank. And let's go ahead and bring knee, alternating knees to shoulders. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And here we go. Forwards and back. And roll it. Take it the other direction. Good. And now hold steady. If you need to, hit child's pose here. But we're going to pelvic pulse. We're squeezing through those glutes. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Knees down. Child's pose. And I want you to walk those hands around. It's like they're little spiders, and you're gonna reach. If you're in the ground like me, grab at the roots of the grass. Get an extra little deep stretch in those tiny muscles in the hands. Oh. And bringing the arms all the way back. Make them long. Here, push long and strong. Pull the scapula apart. And let's and now push the scapula into the ribs. It's important that we find balance here. A lot of older people stop moving their scapula. And they lose the ability to move it because they just open wide. They've lost the muscle deep to the scapula. So push the scapula down into the ribs. It's a good practice for you to do every once in a while throughout the day, even if you're at a desk job. Especially if you're at a desk job. Push the scapula to the ribs and then type and feel how that moves the muscles deep, deep, deep to the scapula. Just to move your fingers with your scapula pushed forward. Push the forehead down into the mat. See, I've got my fingers underneath the toes. We're going to lift the head and move the face. And let's go ahead and come down to the mat without using your hands. Ooh. I think I kind of did just use my hand, but that's okay. Okay, we're going to open wide. Here we go. We are hang gliding because I'm free. and let's go ahead and jack it out. Or swimmers. We can call it either one. Five, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh, let's go ahead and twist the head, lift the nose and chin, let the shoulders drop. Deep breath in and exhaling. Oh. Lift the nose and chin and drop. Melt the shoulders, melt everything that does not need to be held with your exhalation. Deep breath, lifting the head. Now I want you to turtle telescope that neck. That means you're making it as long as you can. And in the length, we're going to slowly traverse over to the other side. Lifting the head, lift the nose and chin, drop the shoulders. Deep breath, exhaling, twist a little further, lift the nose and chin. Lift the nose and chin. And sink the body. Lift the head, bringing it around. Hands are right next to the chest. We're going to come up slow-mo. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Press back into downward facing dog. Good. We're going to bring the right knee in and opening wide. Bring it in and open. Opening. Oh, reach through those toes. Make them as long as you can. Like grass or something in my mouth. All right, and let that knee bend, looking underneath the shoulder, allowing the spine to twist. And pushing that leg up into the sky. Bring the knee into the chest, chin to chest, pull the scapula apart. Like string or something in my mouth, like a whole textile industry just set up shop. Got a sweatshop in my mouth. Here we go. We're gonna come in to that other side. Bring it in. Get up. And lift and lengthen all the way through that lower back, making it as long as you can. Oh, then bend that knee, look underneath that shoulder, allow that spine to twist. Opening up through that side body. Good. Bring that leg up. Reach for the sky. Knees coming into chest. Chin to chest. And rock it out. Good. And we're going to go ahead and go right into some just fun movement. So I'm just going to flip from side to side. And now reach. Reach. Really get that side body stretch. Engage all the way through. The more slow, the more you flow, the better. Good. And now just a little bit of a setting up on tabletop. Squeeze those glutes all the way up. Good, and we're gonna get ready. I need some water, and we're gonna go right into rock and roll. We're gonna be finishing up the practice with this kind of energizing flow, a little bit of neck and shoulder release routine. But we'll be doing that on the mat. All right, so here we go. Bringing it down, breaking it down. We're gonna bring the fingers along those shin bones, pressing in, circling all along the inner and outer shin bone, taking those fingers around the knees. Good. We're gonna come all the way back into plow, and let's drop the hips, lengthening through the lower back. Oh. And keep on rocking. All right, we're gonna push to the sky. Whoop. Whoop. And open. Starting to sound like I'm playing with my grandson. Here we go, coming up. Opening the legs wide, circling around, and push up. Open wide, circling around, push up, and bicycle. Good, bring the bottoms of the feet together. Push up, push the feet together, make those calves work. And now rocking and rolling. And let's do it with the bottoms of the feet together. So bring nose to toes, pull back, nose to toes, pull back. Oh, squeeze those toes together in palms. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Oh, good. And now we're gonna come all the way down. Legs are straight forwards. Reach for those toes. Pulling the fingers in between the toes. And pull those toes forwards. And pull back. And let's go ahead and work in between those toes. We're gonna roll the ankles. Oh no, guys, it's coming for me. Take it around the other direction. Oh, good, he turned around. Oh no, he's turning back around. Whew. All right, let's go ahead and work these energy meridians right here. So we're going into, you know the move, rowing machine. I didn't know the move, I forgot for a second. So we're coming forwards and back, hinging out of those hips. Reach and pull back. Get that length. This is about getting length both ways in the muscles. And now raking. But you're still pulling back. You're still reaching. And now take those palms and work them right in all along that IT band, all along the outer edge of the calf. Good, and we're gonna come down, lift that pubic bone for the sky, take a deep breath in, lift a little higher, deep breath, and lift, deep breath. Fill the belly with air, push through the belly, push through the chest, push through the top of the head, and release, everything softening. Bringing those fingers in underneath the ribs and butterfly the knees in and out. All right, so we're gonna press out, pull in with the, press in with the palms, pull out with the fingers, press in with the palms. Find another spot, pull out with the fingers, push in with the palms, and then work little circles all along that sternum bone where the ribs connect. It's called the breastbone as well. And now cupping over the ribs. Barbaric yelp if you need it. I always need it. All right. Take those feet together, push the knees up into the hands, stretch through and release, press the knees down. Squeeze up into the hands from here, release, press down, push the shoulders down, really connecting them into the mat. Press up, release, press down. Good job. Whew. Back to rock and roll, except this time it's coming up. So you can have the fingers the legs crossed and come up. Oh man, now you're missing out on my upper half. Poor you. All right, that was a joke. All right, here we go, coming up. Now, if you really want to get fancy, I'm gonna try it. I'm not sure if I've ever done this before. We're gonna do a back somersault into standing without hands. Look, Mama, no hands. Good job. All right, we're gonna get into closing here. Whew. So first we're gonna start with the drop and drool for the neck. I want you to bring your right hand out, palm down, stretch through that arm. And let's go ahead and grab at the back of the neck. So we're gonna bring chin to chest, let it drop. We're massaging the back of the neck, squeezing, and we're bringing chin to chest and dropping into that waiting hand, totally releasing. The brain realizes it's safe and it can release that neck. So bring your hands, your fingers right to the right side of the neck, and we're gonna rake through as we slowly and beautifully drop the neck, coming down into the side of the neck, down into the pectorals. Good, let's do that on the other side. Left hand is outstretched, Fingers are spread, pressing down to the ground, getting some lengthening work there as we drop and drool at the neck. Squeezing that tissue. And now coming up on the side of the neck, raking through the back of the neck into the side of the neck and down. Let's go ahead and rock those hips from side to side. Good, and release that chi balancer. Just feel the energy you just created, that shift. And in that, we're gonna go ahead and bring the finger pads to the top of the eyebrows, actually right over the eyebrows. Press the eyebrows up for 1 and 2, and now at the top of that work, really connect it in. I want you to do circles, moving the tissue over the forehead, up into the top of the head, and up into the temples, up and over the ears, into the back of the head. We're going to rake in front of and behind the ears. Pull down on the earlobe, rub it all around. Pull down on the back of the ear, rub it all around. Pull up on the top of the ear, rubbing it all around. We're going to take the thumbs to the top of the nose bridge, press up and move all along those eye bones. Good. And raking up and down the nose. So we're pressing into that nose ridge bone. Press. And let's bring the bottoms of the feet together and just a little flutter by with the feet. We're going to press all the way down that nose ridge bone right till you meet the cheekbone right here. Take a deep breath. And exhaling, slowly slide and glide those thumbs underneath the upper jawbone into circling all the way up the temples, up and over the eyes. And we're going to press down into the head, into the side of the head, into the jaw. Good. Second and third fingers are coming to the base of the eye bone. Press down and move. Ah, good. All right, roll those toes under. Just a little bit of lift, a little bit of stretch in the upper shin, the front of the shin bone and those toes. Let's go ahead and raindrop the face. You can lift the hips as you do that slowly. Ah, feel that fascial awakening. Fascia wraps around every muscle group, every muscle fiber, and every muscle cell. It is the saran wrap. It's probably a really bad analogy, but it is the saran wrap of the body. Rocking and rolling. Good, come back down. And let's go ahead and vertical chi balancer. As we bring the thumbs to the base of the chin, we're going to press up with the thumbs as we slide and glide, do little caterpillar circles all along that lower jaw. Good. And here we go. Let's rock the hips. Good. And let everything just come to still point on its own. Think of something that you're grateful for. Taking a deep breath in and hold. Slowly and gently melt the body. Oh, relaxing. So what I was doing in that breath that I didn't explain because I was just in the moment is that when you're holding the breath, doing these little micro, like robotic movements, little tiny, just like this, because you're holding the breath, it actually kind of massages the inside of your muscles. Don't believe me? Let's try it this time. Here we go. Deep breath. Hold. And release. Okay, this time it's going to be a gentle, peaceful breath. As you hold the breath this time, though, the work is to release the body, even though you're holding the air in the canister, okay? Here we go. Deep breath. Holding. And now slowly begin to let that air seep, softening the body. Begin to breathe gently, rolling the wrists and fingers, ankles and toes, move the face. Turn on that pelvic floor. And now undulate the spine. And when you're ready, take a brief inhale, opening your eyes to the limitless possibilities that exist in your day. You can't even see them all, but they are there. So open up your awareness. It's not A, B, or B. It's C, D, E, F, to infinity. You have everything you need to live a life of love, to live a life of creativity, to live a life of possibilities. So go out, do that one person at a time, one meeting at a time, whatever you got, one thing at a time. And the serenity prayer, living one day at a time, enjoying one moment at a time. So put joy in those moments, connecting with people deeply, loving them the way only you can do. You did it, yet another core transformation. I'm feeling good, I'm feeling energized. If you are, tell me how you're feeling down below. I want to hear. Blessings to you, and I will see you soon.